Alright, how's everybody doing? I hope all of you are having a fantastic day. I'm about to get this show on the road, just bear with me. You read the title correct. We are going to be driving the 2014 Volkswagen Golf R. This was a request from my friend Cringe. At the end of the stream, once I get this done, or actually, I could probably do it now. Just give me a second to go through this and sort this stuff out. His stream, or whatever stream, I said stream. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, guys. I just can't do fucking English for some goddamn reason. And forgive me for the language. Anytime that I make a mistake, I'm gonna fucking drop a cuss word. See, right there, I wasn't even trying to do it, and I did it. So, I apologize in advance. I'm gonna go and put his link to his Twitch in the description for you guys to go check him out. Since he's the one that requested this car, I took it out and drove it around for a little bit to kind of see if I was gonna, enjoy it, or if it was gonna be absolutely fucking dog shit. And surprisingly, it's not. It's actually a pretty good driving car for the most part. Oh yeah, that's right, Discord. No, Keep. It's Google. I have it on my Google Keep. I have a little thing with both of their Twitch on it. So I'm gonna get this, and then copy that, put that there. Give me just a second and I'll be starting, guys. I gotta sort this out right quick. I'm putting my friend's Twitch in the link, so that way you guys on YouTube, if you're watching this, you guys can go watch his Twitch. Every once in a while he streams. I don't know his schedule. I can't say if he does or if he doesn't stream at certain times. It's kind of random, like it is with me. I just kind of stream whenever I have time. I can't really set a schedule because my life is really fucking sporadic and all over the place. But I try to stream at least once or twice a week. Alright, I'm updating this right quick. Everybody watching, I hope y'all are having a fantastic day, though. I said it earlier, but I'll say it again. This is going to be quite an interesting thing, to say the least. It's gonna be interesting. Alright, so we'll hit enter right here. Then we'll drop that right there. And then we'll click save. And it should be in the description now. Once I check my description, yep, it's there. Alright, yep, the link is in the description for you guys watching on a different platform. But alright guys, here we are. We are in the Volkswagen Golf R. We'll go to the custom upgrade right quick. We're gonna see what size motor this thing has stock. I think it's a 2-liter. I could very well. Yeah, it's a 2-liter. I was right. It's a 2-liter inline 4 turbo motor, mounted to a 6-speed. It's got all-wheel drive. It's quite the machine. We're gonna take this thing out for a rip. We're going to do some street driving. Then after we get done with the street driving, we're going to go for a race. Then we're going to go back, upgrade it. I'm going to build it to A-class. Then we're going to go back out for another race and see what it does. And we're going to use the same event, the Colossus, because it's a sprint. Straight shot from start to finish. Well, it's not a like straight line, you know what I mean. Alright, anyways, alright, let's I'll tell you one thing about this car. Traction. It's putting down all that power. Handles well. I believe this thing makes like 296 horsepower and like 300 something foot-pounds, or no, that's not 3, it's like 2 something foot-pounds. It doesn't make 300 something foot-pounds. It's a pretty torquey motor. The thing about a lot of smaller displacement engines is they usually don't. 283, so yeah, it was 296 horsepower and 283 foot-pounds of torque out of a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder mounted to a 6-speed transmission and all-wheel drive. I'm just letting you know. Oh, my wheel took a minute to catch because I picked up my controller. I'm just letting you know I'm not going to fight traction. Watch this. Watch. Alright. Clutch in. E-brake applied. Gonna floor it. Hooks and books. That is one distinct characteristic of this car that gonna help from the start. I don't know how well it's gonna do as the race progresses, but in my experience with cars like this, but the way this thing handles, it's extremely nimble, and I feel like that's gonna help, because I didn't think the DeLorean in last episode was gonna do very good, and then this thing, like, it's kind of, oh, I fucked up right there, that was my fault, but it's kind of on par with the DeLorean in the fact that it handles good, but this one, what makes it better is it's got more power. It's got power, so it's not doing too bad on power. It actually has good acceleration. I mean, the DeLorean, it was a really fast car. Don't get me wrong, it was fast considering the fact that it had almost no horsepower, no torque. It moved. I'll give it that. It moved. It most certainly did move. But the thing about the DeLorean, it just didn't have enough power, but it went around turns well. So I think this car is going to be more of a momentum vehicle than it is going to be a speed vehicle. Even though it does move decently quick, it's definitely not a slouch. I mean, we got up to 100 miles an hour with no problems, and it's still accelerating at a decent rate. This car is B-class from the factory, and as you can see though, like, turn in was great right there. See how fast we can go through here. Probably have to let off a little bit since we're going uphill. I don't got to use the brakes. I can let the car carry itself through there. Come ripping around this turn. Yes. Look at this. This is like effortless. Except for right there, I had to slow down a little bit more because I came in too high. Alright, I don't know. I don't know if this car is gonna work. I don't. I can't tell you. Oh shit. I can't tell you if it's gonna do good or if it's gonna, you know, flop. But what I can tell you is this. We're gonna find out. So let's drive to the Colossus. Let's see what kind of momentum we can get out of this thing. Let's see what this thing does on the street. Let's see what she does. Not really a fan of the 4-cylinder sound, I'll be honest, man, but this one don't sound too bad. It sounds relatively smooth. Brake's good. Turn's good. I mean, okay, Germany. Oh yeah, come on. I didn't realize I was in 5th gear. Wasn't paying attention. My bad. That's not good on your engine. And I was banging off the right limiter. This car is quiet. A little too quiet. Oh shit. Okay. Relatively stable. I was able to catch it when it started to kind of get a little squiggly right there. I gotta get used to this car. Figure out when the appropriate time to shift is. Let me listen. Right there. Oh shit. Too hot. Caught it. Okay, the Golf is actually not a bad car. It actually rips. It's a different kind of like performance car. Because, you know, in America, we got big V8s, rear-wheel drive, massive amounts of power, and the thrill you get from driving them is just raw, brute force. This is a different kind of thrill. This is like one of those thrills where you're going to run a turn at higher speeds than you should. Or you think you should, and then you survive, and you're like, holy shit. Alright. Here we go. Let me see what my sister said. Alrighty. Shit is about to get real. We're about to get burning rubber. We're about to burn rubber. I did put wheels on it. That's the only thing I did. And I put the same wheels on it that I put on the Skyline. I was like, you know what? It drives kind of like that car, so we're gonna put a similar wheel and tire setup on it. And I think it looks pretty good with those wheels on it. Like, it looks like they're supposed to be there. If you ask me, I mean, they don't look bad. You're winning too easily, like, yeah, and then I put it in the fucking expert, and then they go in try-hard mode. No. Winning too easily. I win a few races, and you're saying I'm winning too easily. Meanwhile, I drove that freaking GTO, and I got demolished both times. Yeah, the game... Oh, you own 30% more credits. Yeah, and I won't be able to catch a freaking GMC Jimmy in S2 with the fucking Bugatti Devo. Suck my nuts. I ain't doing it. good launch, but kind of falling on its face a little bit. Yeah, see, that's where this thing has an advantage in the twisties. It can hold most of it, if not all of its power, through a turn. Something told me to go in the third gear, and I didn't do it. I'm catching this dude. Slowly but surely, I'm catching him. This is not bad for a stock car. We're in third place. Okay. Alright, come on. Alright. Right through here, brake. Since I got all-wheel drive, I can literally just hammer it at any moment. I don't have to throttle control this car at all. Okay. Pretty good. It's a relatively stable car from what I'm seeing so far. Not really having a lot of problems getting this thing to do much. Like it just goes. It goes and it's really smooth. Volkswagen. Okay. I honestly didn't think I was gonna like driving this car. Just because I'm a big burly, V8 kind of guy. But I like this. I like this a lot. This is a relaxed driving experience. Most of my other cars that I drive, I'm all over the place. And this is just tame. It's just effortless. It's been a long time since I've driven a car that is as effortless as this thing. Through here, like so, let off. Yeah, so that Camaro's gonna have more torque, a little bit more power, but he's not gonna get away from me. Not yet. Besides, this is B class, so I don't think he's gonna have enough parts in that thing to do what he needs to do. He's definitely holding his ground, but that's gonna change in the near future. Oh, that car is actually handling nice. Come on. Yeah, that is not a bad car. The Camaro actually handles really good. I've built a few of them in this game. And that sound. You can just hear that V8 roaring. Okay, I'm not gonna try to, yeah, see, I'm gonna stay on the inside, because he was gonna go out. Yeah, so he's gonna have a little bit more power, so he's gonna pull away, but there's a turn right here. I might be able to get him. Elite Wolf, huh? Well, oh, shit. Shit. Fucked up a little bit. That's alright. The goal is not to win. The goal is to push the car as hard as I can and see what it does. I'm gonna try to win. Oh, God. Oh, that's not good. It happens. Damn it. Oh, man. I did not expect that. I've jumped over that a couple times in several cars. Apparently, this one just does not like that. Understood. Understood. I'll catch these guys again. Now that Camaro is going to be kind of hard to chase down, but these guys, I got them. I might have screwed myself out of the victory that time. It's all about finding out what the car can and can't do. The thing is with cars, when I do these episodes and I do these live streams and shit, I don't race the cars before I click go live. I drive them around on the street a little bit, and that's it. And then I start the live stream. I do some more street driving, and then we go straight into a race. I don't do any prep, so I got caught off guard right there. I was not expecting that. Now we know. Stay away from that. Now we know to stay away from that curb. That's an Alpine. I didn't realize that was a... That's a pretty fast car too. Mid-engine. So far the only car in first right now is a fucking 69 Camaro. That's pretty good, man. It makes me proud because I love American muscle. Hit another wall. Dude, this car is going to take a beating by the time this race is over. Yeah. I am way out of my element driving this thing. It's fast, but it's new. It's new. This is not my normal... The car I'm used to driving, or the cars I'm used to driving, is like the car that's in first place right now. Camaros, Mustangs, Challengers, Chargers. That is my area of expertise. This is way out of my fucking comfort zone, but I'm doing this for a friend of mine and for the viewers. That's why I drove a Nissan GTR. I fixed up a DeLorean. Because people asked. And that's what I'm doing. A friend of mine asked for any Volkswagen, so I picked this one. And I gotta say, it's not a bad car. It's just I don't really know how to drive it that well, I'll be honest. This is not normal to me. This feels really weird, but I'm doing it. I'm most certainly doing it. Shit! Brakes locked up. There we go. ass. Dude just fucking rammed my car. What a dick. And of course it's the BMW driver, because... What's up, man? Welcome to the stream. Of course it's a fucking BMW driver. And the thing is, guys, when I drive, I don't use traction control, ABS, and I use manual with clutch with an H pattern shifter. So the driving's on me, not the car. Oh, you bitch! He did it again. Still going, getting me a car. Nice, that's what's up. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we need to be in the higher RPMs. This thing seems to make more power up top. Alright, motherfucker, come on. Come on, rip through here, rip. Shit. Volkswagen Golf. So far, I mean, I don't have any complaints. Everything that has went bad with me driving this car this far has all been, you know, error on my behalf. I put it in second, it went into fourth. I don't know why the shifter does that sometimes, but I went to second gear. Sometimes it just does not register. That was not a good exit at all. Alright, next live stream, I'm driving some kind of American muscle car. I like these cars, man, they're cool, but I want to drive something next that's going to be a little more familiar. But I will say this, if you guys do have any suggestions for cars you would like to see me drive, feel free to drop them and I will drive them. But episode 7, I'm picking some kind of American muscle. It might be new, might be old, don't know yet, but quite the spectacle. I'm gonna get you, you son of a bitch. I'm getting second place back. Oh hell, man. Oh shit, no, caught it. Okay, come on. Got him. Now we just gotta hold the position. Gotta hold it. Shit. Okay. Tires and brakes is on the agenda for the upgrades that we're gonna do. I can tell you that right off rip. As far as power goes, if I can give it power, I will give it power. It handles okay, but it just, I don't know, I found that you hit the limit a little bit too easy or too soon in this car, and it's kind of disappointing. You know, I like to push vehicles. I mean, I'm pushing this one now, but like I can't push it as hard as I want to. It's not letting me. And then the brakes, they're not cooperating because they just lock up. And I pump the brakes because I don't have ABS, which is anti-lock braking system, for those of you that don't understand what that means. Basically, in a car with the ABS system, it pumps the brakes for you. I turn it off. I also turn off traction control. because that robs you of horsepower. Basically, whenever your car starts to spin or whatever, it cuts power. Or if your car becomes a little, like the stability control, if your car starts to become a little unstable, it'll cut power until the car stabilizes again. I turn all that shit off, and I drive the car. Because that's when you really get to see what a car is made of. When you can turn off all those little assists, and you can just send it, that's when you find out not only what the car is made of, but what you yourself are made of, and what you are capable of. Because having all these fucking systems and all this shit on, all it does is just, it really slows you down. Now, if you're a relatively new driver, they're probably going to help you. But if you have experience, they're not going to help you at all. They're actually going to hurt you. They're going to hurt your performance on the racetrack. And that's not what you want. Now, oh, and my racing line is on braking only. I just used it to tell me when to slow down. That's it. That's all I use the racing line for, and I will follow it most of the time, but yeah, that Camaro is gone. I don't think we're gonna catch the Camaro, guys. That thing is just, it's out of here. I almost had him, but then I had to hit that fucking curb back there and fucking go smack into a wall. That was my fault. And like I said before, the goal is not to win. The goal is to take the car out, push it as hard as I can, and see what it can do. And so far, this car is doing pretty good. Second place on the first race is not bad. I'm gonna improve that, and the next one, I'm pretty confident that this car is capable of getting a first place finish. But the fact that I was able, I know the race isn't over, but I got this back. I'm confident about that. The fact that I'm in, a podium position with the first grip, it says a lot. The first time I take this car out, I'm on the podium. Not bad. Not bad at all. And it's not a bad handling car. I mean, you can see that now. I'm not really doing a whole lot to make the car turn or do anything, really. It's turning. And because it has all-wheel drive, I don't have to fight to put the power down. I'm flooring it right now. Like, we'll come out of this turn, I'm gonna floor it. Hooks and books. And that's one thing I do like about this car. It just hooks and books. Even from a launch, there's like minimal wheel spin. No, you don't. Floored it through there, and I turned the wheel pretty hard. Alright, we're gonna slow down. We're gonna dip through here. Alright. Oh yeah. I don't think we're going to catch him. It would be a miracle if we did, but I mean, we definitely closed the gap. I mean, he was way up there before, but the finish line is dead ahead. So we're probably going to get second place on this one. It is what it is. I probably would have had first place had I not have fucked up that one time, but it is what it is. It's all a learning experience, because like I said, I don't race these cars when I do this before I go live. I do street driving for like maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then I go live. Second place. 19 minutes, 55 seconds. second place. That 69 Camaro is gone. Alright, we gotta do better than that, though. That is no bueno. That is not good. Alright. Okay. Yeah, those 396 Camaros, man, they're good cars. They actually handle pretty well when you put the right upgrades on them. I built one almost 600 horsepower, and it corners exceptionally well. So the fact that a 69 Camaro got the first place position does not surprise me at all. He also had more power, so on the straightaways he was just getting away from me. I couldn't pull him in. That's alright. That's alright, because now we know a little bit about the car. Obviously we're going to need better brakes. I need to be able to tune and adjust the brakes. Tires, definitely going to get some tires if it will let me. I don't think I'm really going to mess with the transmission too much, because I don't feel like it really needs a whole lot. You know what I mean? There's a whatchamacallit here. Alright, here we go. I might do a trans just so I can stretch the gears out a little bit more, because I don't like how this thing just pops out so early with the gearing. No, a camshaft is going to change that, but even then it just did it so fast. It doesn't have enough gears, gearing, not gears. It doesn't have enough gearing to reel out the power. So what's happening is you gotta shift a lot more than you should. And I understand why it has a gearing setup like that. It's got all-wheel drive. In order to get good acceleration with under 300 horsepower and all-wheel drive, you kind of need short gears. But here's the thing. I want to reel out the power. I want to get a little bit more speed out of this thing. And apparently it's snowy right here. I mean, all-wheel drive, you see, the benefits to having it is when you hit the dirt, it grips. You always have traction. Even in some of the worst conditions, you always have traction. You don't have to worry about that at all. Alright, so we're going to stop here. We're going to go in, Horizon Baja. Going to upgrades. Alright, so I said brakes. We definitely need brakes. Those brakes are locking up. We're going to go with these ones so I can adjust the tuning on it. Yeah, we'll put these springs on it. We might as well. Yeah, we'll put those on it so I can adjust them. I'm gonna try to dial this car in a little bit. Doesn't really need a chassis reinforcement. Seems to be doing just fine. Tire compound now. Here's where we get into the nitty-gritty. That's the sport tire. That is a semi-slick. And this is the race tire compound. We're gonna go with the semi-slicks, because I want to give this thing a little bit more power. And I'm gonna widen up the tires, so it should be fine. So 255 in the back and 255 in the front. Alright, we got 255 width all the way around. Okay, so we're gonna get a transmission for certainty. That, whatever the fuck is in it now, it's not cutting it. Alright, the next thing we're gonna do after we do this is we're gonna drop a cam in it first, because Well, max RPM performance. That's the way I do it. I can't title this max RPM performance episode whatever if I don't max the RPM. I mean, that's kind of how it works. All right, so I think we're gonna go with boost. Oh yeah, this thing is gonna be fast. I can already tell you now, this car is going to be fast. I wonder, hold up. We got like 400 and something horse. Is there any way I can slap those race tires on this thing still? Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go ahead and do it. We're gonna go ahead and do it. Just for the sake of grip, we're gonna do it. Because that's one of this car's, one of its strong points. Oh. I turned this thing into a flamethrower. It is now a flamethrower. Oh my god. I don't really know what else to say other than holy shit. Alright, so that's it. That's the build. What do we got? 449 horsepower, a little bit lighter, should handle better. We're gonna take this thing out. We're gonna see what it does out of the box. I'm gonna see what the you know, base tuning that Forza put on it is going to do. Don't really know, to be 100% honest with you, what's gonna happen. I mean, I know it's gonna be faster. Obviously, it's gonna be faster. But the question is, how much faster? It's gonna be noticeable. Hold up, fuck. Hold up. Shit. Shit. Hold on, y'all. I was just sending Cringe a message. He invited me to a party. I told him I'll join after the live. No offense, Cringe. Not personal. It's just on these lives I get kind of technical. Oh wow. This is my more serious content. Solo. Oh yeah. Yes. It burbles. Oh, wow. Alright, this thing is going to be fast. It's going to be really fast. At least compared to how it was before. Alright, I'm going to switch this to the webcam right quick and I'm going to make some adjustments. But this thing is about to move. That's all I can tell you guys, is it's gonna move. Gonna be oh shit. Alright, so alignment, yeah, we'll fix that. This is gonna be an extremely fast machine. Everything on this seems to be kind of dialed. There's not really much that I want to do to it. You know what I mean? Okay, we're gonna lower that. Why the fuck is it? Like, no, that is not. We'll do that. We'll keep that there. I don't really have to change a whole lot. The rest of this on here looks pretty good. I'll add a little here. I'll add a little here. The adjustments on this thing don't look bad at all. I'm not going to show you guys the adjustments I'm going to make. I will, at the end of the stream, release the setup that I have for you guys to download on your car. It'll be my own custom tuning setup. I just don't want nobody taking credit for something that I did. You know what I mean? It's nothing personal against nobody. It's just that I put some time and effort into learning how to do this and getting better at it and shit like that. And I just I take pride in my work. I don't want to get in took, so that's why I switched to the webcam. All right. We had some adjustments. Alright. So let's go on the map. We're gonna rip through here. Oh yes. We got some twisties. We really get to see what this car can do now. It says it'll do 190. Okay, it accelerates pretty hard. Alright, now we're going on dirt. I have racing slicks, so this might not be very good. But we'll see. This little 2-liter is getting it. $177. Okay, you can push this way harder. Why not? Alright, this is a decent straight right here. Let's see how fast we can go. $172. This thing is smooth. Like, extremely smooth. Volkswagen Golf R. This is the race model. Brake. It just goes. Oh yeah, this race is going to be interesting. We got 2.5 miles left. We'll get there fast. I'm not worried about that. We'll get there really fast. This thing's not gonna drift. I'm just gonna let you guys know it's all grip. This car is just all grip. Alright. Like, it still drives very similar to how it drove from the factory. It's just, it accelerates harder. Accelerates harder and brakes better, which is really what I wanted to improve on this car was the acceleration and braking, and I think I did just that. I mean, it doesn't drive much different than a factory Golf. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true. Alright. This thing did quite well. I'm gonna put some juice in my vape right quick before we get going. This car is not one of those cars you would expect to move quite like it does. And again, like I said before, when I drive these vehicles, I don't do any kind of prep in terms of like tuning or racing or anything like that. I do a little bit of street driving for like 5 to 10 minutes and then I go live. Just so I can kind of get a feel for the car. Then I go live. But other than that, I do everything while I'm live. Alright, so now we're in A class. Let's see what this bad boy can do. Volkswagen Golf R. 2014 model. See what kind of sauce she's gonna put down on the track. Alright. If you notice, for those of you that saw the last stream, those are the same wheels that I put on the 2002 R34. Same wheels, just made for this vehicle. I don't know. I saw them and I'm like, oh, I can put those on there? Oh, damn right, I'm gonna do it. And that's the only thing that I do in terms of like upgrades for the car when I first take them out for a rip. I put some different wheels on them because I think the factory wheels on a lot of cars are kind of meh. I'm just being honest. Not really a fan of a lot of the factory wheels on vehicles. I think they could have did a little bit better, but that's why I swap out the wheels. So the only upgrade that I do, or it's not even technically an upgrade most of the time, the only mod I do when I race the car is the wheels. Everything else mechanically is the same starting out. But this thing is upgraded. First gear. Robin is racing. Putting down power very nicely. Shit. I just realized this is about to be a clusterfuck. Yeah, that's what you get for ramming me earlier, bitch. Y'all too. Oh yeah, this thing is ripping. Alright, come on. Come on. Come on. Not many cars I've driven have allowed me to vape and drive. Some of them are so sketchy that I can't do anything except for drive the car. Not this vehicle. I'm just calmly driving. That's one characteristic about this car. It's calm. It's extremely calm. This car, because it has all-wheel drive, because it doesn't make a glob of power. I mean, 449 horsepower is a decent amount of power. Don't get me wrong, but it's got a good tire compound, good brakes, good suspension, anti-roll bars, and it just goes. That is a BMW right there. Look at that. I can put all my power down. No fuss. And that's one thing I like about this car, is I can put down all the power. I don't have to throttle control it. I can just go whack and be done most of the time. Oh yeah, come on. And brake a little. And we got him right on the inside. Adios, amigo. First place. That BMW is kind of fast. I don't think he's going to get me though. He might stay on my ass for quite some time, but not anytime soon, bud. Staying on the inside, because the computer's going to go outside, and I don't want him to get caught in my draft tunnel. I'm gonna take it a little easy through here, because this is where we fucked up last time. Got it. I learned from my mistakes. You ain't getting me like that again. I know better now. Now she's ripping through here quite nicely. Alright. We're gonna brake. Downshift into second gear. Speed up. No one in sight. First time I've driven a car on this track where I was able to create that much distance. I don't know if it's gonna stay, but I'm gonna try to keep it if I can. See, they're all right there at that turn, and I'm already out. I'm gonna get away from them. I tell you what, Cringe was right. This car is fast. Well, I picked the car. He just said any Volkswagen, and this was the one I went with. What's up, man? This thing handles so well. Shit. Oh, I fucked up right there. It's just a matter of time before I hit a wall. That was my bad. Just a matter of time. What car is it? I'm driving the 2014 Volkswagen Golf R. Shit. Shit. I was reading the chat. It's alright, chat, it's not your fault. Don't blame yourself. That was on me. I might still be able to catch him though. Focus. Shit. I might be able to chase him down. We'll see. That's unfortunate, but sometimes shit like that happens. It's all part of racing. Sometimes you crash. It's not gonna be 100% flawless every time. I'm starting to pull him back in. Slowly but surely pulling him back in. Oh, we got some open road right here. Like that, we got our position back. See, this is what I'm saying. You can't give up early on in a race or when you make a mistake, man. You just gotta keep trying. I mean, I got lucky this time, and I was fortunate enough to be able to catch him, but I mean, if I would have just quit, I wouldn't have been able to do that. I'm not gonna give up that easily. I'm gonna finish the race. Even if I come in like second or third. Hell of a lot better than fucking 4th or 5th place. But we got this one. No idea what car's behind me, but it's moving. thing. Shit. That was not a good exit, but it's better than hitting the wall. That's the car on my ass is a Torino. That's a Corolla, I believe. Look, it looks like that, but it could also be a Mazda or something like that. Maybe a Nissan 240. Hard to tell. He lost a lot of momentum right there. And just like that, we got the dub. Man. It was a Torino. Alright. Not bad. Not bad at all. Thanks, man. I appreciate the compliment. I do the best I can, you know, when it comes to this driving stuff. I get out there and I just do the best I can. Send the car as hard as I can without, you know, crashing or messing up. Sometimes it don't work like you seen earlier, but I was able to catch it. I was able to get back in the race, and I was able to secure a victory. And that is a testament to not only, you know, my skills as a driver, but the car's ability to do what it does. And it does what it, you know, does very, very well. That is quite impressive. Like, words can't really explain how impressive that is. Because, I mean, it all depends on, sometimes it depends on the car, sometimes it depends on the driver. And I think in this case, it was kind of a little bit of both. It was the car and the driver. Alright, I'm going to save this setup for those of you watching. You guys ever need a really good racing setup for, you know, grip, cornering, and a decent amount of speed? This right here, A-Class, and then we'll do RR, road racing. Yeah, I'm definitely far from, you know, being a fucking, you know, Stig level driver, but I can drive good enough that I can carry a car around a turn and around a track, for the most part. Sometimes I make some mistakes and fuck some shit up, but for the most part I do okay. I definitely have some room for improvement, but we'll do grip and then good for speed, because that's what I build all my tunes for. Good speed and grip. That's at the end of the day. Because I suffer from this condition known as lead footitis. I like staying on the freaking gas, so I have to kind of build my setups to be able to handle that, and as well as, you know, kind of balance it out to where if I do have to throttle control the car, I don't have to throttle control it as much. I released the setup, guys. It is the A-Class RR, which is road racing tune. And that's gonna be the end of that. So I gotta say, this car did pretty good. Now, I've driven a few Volkswagen cars in the past on these games. I don't think there's very many of them that have done what this car has done. You know what I mean? There's not very many Volkswagen cars that have been able to do what this thing does, and have been able to, you know, carry me to a first place position when I fucking lose control and go off the track and come to practically a fucking complete stop and have to get back on the track and chase everyone down again. There's not very many cars that I've driven that have allowed me to do that, but this particular one did. That is quite impressive. I'm gonna look at the chat right quick. There is a tuning for the Toyota Supra where you can drive about 400 miles an hour. Nice. That is that's impressive. That's a pretty good setup. But here's the thing: most of my setups that I build, I don't build them for like all out speed, because when you're racing a track like the Goliath or the Colossus, which is the main one that I do my testing on, speed is good. Alright, I'm not gonna deny that speed is good. But there's a lot of points in the track where there's really tight bends and, you know, some high speed turns. And if you can't keep your car on the road whenever you're going that fast, then all that power and speed is useless. You're not gonna win. You're gonna lose, because you might be able to do a crazy, ridiculous amount of speed, but if you can't get that speed to, you know, carry through a turn or whatever, or even out of a turn, if you can't do that, you're not gonna win a race. So a lot of my setups that I build them, you know, pretty balanced for the most part. I do give the cars more power, but I go from, you know, power is like the last thing that I do. Yeah, drag racing. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, if it's a drag tune, then yeah, that's fine. By all means, horsepower kind of is important in drag racing. By all means, you know, you definitely want to have some power in drag racing, but you also want grip as well. So when it comes to a lot of drag cars and stuff that I build, I usually put all-wheel drive on them. I put drag slicks, and rally suspension, because it's kind of soft. It allows for weight transfer, and then the car usually just kind of hooks and books and takes off. I have some pretty fast cars that have that setup on it, with the tires, the suspension, and whatnot, and it just, they hook and book. Now, when it comes to track racing, it's the exact opposite. You need grip, because, I mean, I proved that when I was driving the DeLorean stock. That car is D-class stock. 130 horsepower and 160 foot-pounds of torque is how much that thing made stock. I secured a first place position driving that car. And you want to know why? It held a lot of its momentum through a turn and into the straight. It was a momentum car. So when it comes to racing, I lean, or tunes, I lean more towards handling than I do speed. Because in my experience of racing, speed is good, but handling and speed, it's also good. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can have a car with 1,000 horsepower, but if you can't make it around a turn or put the power down, let alone accelerate fast enough to catch someone, then all that power is useless. So what you got to do is you got to find the balance between the speed and the handling, and I think I found that balance with this car. It already handled good from the factory, so I realized this car's strong point was it's a good handling car. Okay, so we improve upon that. What did it lack? A little bit of acceleration. So I went from like 296 horsepower to 449 horsepower. See what I'm saying? And that's all it took for me to win the race. And for the most part, I do go for handling first. Tires is usually the first upgrade that I do. Then I go for braking, suspension. Then I go for the transmission. The engine is the last thing that I touch. And the first thing I upgrade on the motor is usually the camshaft. Because, well, I mean, this is max RPM performance. That's the way I do things around here. Max RPM. I max out the fucking RPM, and then I start adding power. Because here's the thing. When you get more RPM out of your engine, you can stretch out your gears longer, and you can get a little bit more top speed by doing so. So I think that's important. As well as, you know, in A class, I think the minimum power requirement is around like 400 plus. Anything below that, you're probably not going to be doing too well. I'm just being honest with you. Sports tires are good, but they have flaws. You know, at some speeds they hook and they allow you to go around turns, and some speeds around certain turns you try to hit those same speeds and then it just goes whoop. So it's kind of fickle. Semi slicks are like the balance between the sport tire and the race tire. I either go for, most of the time, the semi-slick or the race tire compound. On this car, I went with the race tire compound because, well, it's already a good handling car. I wanted to make it handle better, and then I went from there. I gave it more power, and as you can see, it's a proven formula. But I will say this. Let me make this clear. It depends on the race. If there's a race with a lot of windy roads, like you see this road that I'm on, that windiness, there's a lot of roads like that in the Colossus and in the Goliath race. So in turn, what you're going to need is good handling. And then once you get your handling down, then you start giving the car more power to make it accelerate harder, to make it have a higher top speed. That's the only way that I find to win races like this. A good example is Black Betty, my 1970 Buick GSX that I have. I'll go ahead and pull this car out right now. Alright, I want you guys to see this car. I'm giving you guys a little bit of pointers. So Black Betty, there she is. 592 horsepower, 702 foot-pounds of torque. Now this car is a heavy car, don't get me wrong. It's heavy. But it's got racing tires on it. Alright, let's go for a rip right quick. Now, mind you, this car weighs a lot. When I say this car weighs a lot, I do not mean that lightly. Like, compared to the car that I was just driving, this thing is a lot heavier, and you can see it in some of the turns right there where I went off the road. But it's all about balance. There's some upgrades for certain classes that you don't necessarily need to make your car fast around the track. I mean, this car, it's got a lot of power, but put this into perspective. Okay. Alright, it weighs almost 4,000 pounds. Might as well say 4,000 pounds. It does make 592 horsepower, 702 foot-pounds of torque. It's pretty much got a 7.5 liter supercharged V8 in it. It moves. Now, the Volkswagen that we just drove, let's go find the Volkswagen. Shit, I'm blind. It's down. It's down. Volkswagen. Alright. This, what the hell? 20, oh, that was that one. Never mind. This one right here. The Volkswagen Golf R. This car weighs 3,000, might as well say 3,200 pounds. Makes 400 and something horsepower, 449 horsepower, 385 foot-pounds of torque out of a 2-liter 4-cylinder. So it's not always about power. You know, sometimes, you know, power to weight comes into play. All those things are important. Also, the track width of the car. That's also important. The width of the tires. The length of the car. You got to think about all that. And see, here's the thing. For most of my cars that I build them very similar, and it kind of works across all types of cars. But the main thing that I found for cars like the GSX and stuff like that is American cars already come with a decent amount of power. Alright? I'm talking 375 all the way up to close to 500 horse. Out of the box. Without any upgrades. Okay? I think I have one that's, no, see, these are all my American cars. This one's stock. I mean, even then, 200 something horsepower right away. Hold on. I think this car is a stock car. Might be upgraded a little bit, but probably is. Okay, this car is stock. 425 horsepower, 490 foot-pounds of torque. So the one thing that these cars don't do well is turn. So if you take and you upgrade the car's weakness and you also improve upon its strength. Okay, the weakness of the Golf R was it didn't have a whole lot of power for acceleration. The strength was it handled and cornered well. So I improved upon the car's strength as well as the car's weakness. Same thing I did with this. And alright, let's change the camera here. Alright, let's send it. Let's go through this winding road. I want to show you guys this. Even though this car is as heavy as it is, it doesn't drive like it is. You know what I mean? Right here, what we'll do is we'll decelerate, come through here. It drives practically like a sports car. And it still has some of that muscle car attitude. Because I'm telling you right now, with this car, the difference between this car and that Golf that I just drove is it's quite insane when the torque comes on, because it comes on at like 2,000 to 3,000 RPMs when you get maximum torque. And if you're not careful with the throttle when that happens, the rear tires on this thing will still break loose. Even with the best tire compound, it's still going to break loose. The Golf, on the other hand, puts down most of its power, gives it an advantage in the turns. However, on a long stretch, this car would win. So again, it's all about the race and the car you're using. I figured that shit out pretty fucking early on. That's really what it comes down to. And when you're doing the Colossus, balance out your car. Figure out what the car's weak points are. Figure out what the car's strength is. Improve both. Balance it. And improve both like 50-50. 50% towards like power. 50% towards, handling and, tuning ability. You put those two things together and you got yourself one badass machine that can do some damage on a track. Alright. Somebody in the comments said something about a Toyota Supra. I'm guessing they're talking about like the Mark IV or something like that. I'll tell you what I'll do. Not in the next stream. Alright, because it's not gonna be the next stream. I'm just gonna let you know right off rip, it's not gonna be the next one. The next one I already said earlier that I'm picking a American muscle car, which I'm fixing to do now before I end the stream. I'm gonna pick a car that I'm gonna be using in the next one. Okay, so we're gonna go buy and sell, auto show. I already said classic muscle. I will go ahead and buy a Toyota Supra as well. I'll build one for the track. It's not gonna be for drag racing, but it'll be for track stuff. Cause that's what I like to do. I like racing around the track. We're gonna go Chevrolet, and then we're gonna filter, go down. Classic muscle. I have just about every classic muscle car in the game. Okay. So Chevy. This car ought to be interesting. Now, mind you, I'm going to have to drive this car stock in a race, and then I'm going to have to upgrade it, and then go back and do some more racing. So, this is the car I'm picking for, let's see, is this episode 6? I done forgot already. I'm terrible at keeping track of shit like that. Yeah, we're at episode 6, or live stream number 6, whatever you want to call it. So number 7 is going to be this one, and number 8 will be the Toyota Supra. It'll be the Mark IV. That's the one I'm going to go for. I want to see what you can do with that thing. Ooh, I really like that. Alright, so we'll get this car. Go ahead and buy it. Hell yeah. Alright, so that's going to be the next episode right here. This will be number 7. So the next time I do max RPM performance, this is the car we're going to be driving in. Alright? So, I'll keep that in mind. Let's go back. Let's look for a Mark IV Supra. Somebody said something about a Toyota Supra. Now they was talking about a drag tune where you can go like 400 miles an hour, but we're not going to be building anything like that. I could use this one, but nah, we're not using that. What the hell? Oh, the welcome pack. Now, we're going to use this one. We're going to buy the stock car as is from the factory. We'll take it out for a rip. Colors. What colors we got? I think we'll go with the black this time. Might be you know, if Black Betty was from Japan type of build. You never know. I don't know what kind of shit you can do with this car. I don't. I do know one thing though. It's gonna be fast. Alright. There we go. Next 2 episodes are already planned out. 1970 Chevelle, 1998 Toyota Supra. Alright, so we're gonna hop back in the Chevelle before I end the live stream. I gotta go to the bathroom. And, well, I usually end the live after I take the car out anyway. Where the fuck? Oh, here it is, right here. This is the one. I want to make sure that I'm in the car that I'm going to be driving in the next episode or whatever. You know what I mean? So whenever I go live, I don't have to scramble to find the fucking car. Alright, I'm about to end the live stream, but before I go, you guys, again, if you have any suggestions, feel free to drop them down in the comments or send them to me. Fuck, I said I was gonna make some kind of fucking email where you guys can send me like fucking requests and shit for cars you want to see me drive in the game and whatnot. I still haven't done that yet. I'm so sorry, guys. If you're on Twitch or Facebook, I guess try to go on like on YouTube, look up my channel, Beerwolf, Byrr and then Wolf. Find one of my videos, or you can go on my community post. I'll make a post once I get off here, and then you guys can, you know, drop the suggestions in there. We'll do that for now. But with that being said, you guys, I'm fixing to get off here. Y'all stay up, stay blessed, be positive, and kick misery in the